All right. Well, with that, without further ado, let me talk a little bit about the country of Kenya. First off, has anybody on this call ever been to Africa or been to Kenya?
You can raise your hand or send an emoji or put it in the chat.
No,
Okay. Well, and I'm going to
We have
share
three
my
hands, Lou.
screen here
We have
so that
three
you can
hands up.
see the presentation that I put together. Uh, so I used to work for an international development organization, and we did many programs in Kenya and all over Africa. I think I've been to Kenya probably close to 20 times on various projects. And I just absolutely love it there. I was captivated by the people. It was just a very nice environment to be in, and people were friendly. So I thought I'd share some pictures that I've got. Feel free to jump in. So does everybody know where Kenya is? Can you all see this?
Yep.
So Kenya
yeah,
is this
it's
country right down here.
on the west coast of Africa.
Yes.
I've been to Mombasa.
Oh, uh, yeah, it's an amazing country. And then, so Kenya is known for a lot of things. Anybody want to chat what they think Kenya is known for? And here's a bigger picture of Kenya. Like, what do you know about Kenya? What's it famous for?
The safaris in the interior, on the outside.
Obama,
Oh,
Obama
there
had
you
family
go.
there. It's a
Right.
trade center.
Yeah, great, good job.
Lot of President trade. Obama's family's there. Is his sister or someone there?
Yeah, yeah.
His family, his father.
Lou,
His father.
Catalina in the
Father
chat
from Kenya. Yeah.
said my husband, now deceased, was from Kenya. My children have been there several times.
Oh my. Well,
Mhm.
thanks for sharing that. So a lot of times when people think of Kenya, they think of a rural place, a remote place, a place with wild animals. I know with all the times I've been there, sometimes my wife, was afraid that they might have wild animals and I, might have a problem. But that's really a myth. In fact, Kenya is Nairobi, Kenya, which is the capital, looks like any other major city. Have a look at that. Beautiful, beautiful major city. Planes land in Nairobi. It's a technology hub for all of Africa, especially East Africa. A lot of really smart people doing technology work. It's sort of like the Silicon Valley of Africa when it comes to technology. Then we have but when you do development work, when you're trying to help people in a country, you typically don't go to the rich, well-off cities, right? You typically go to the remote rural areas because that's where the greatest need is. And what's really interesting about Africa, especially Kenya, is that the original cultures, the traditional cultures of the people that go back 1,000,000 years, in some areas are quite intact. People still living on the same lands, people still speaking the same local language, all of that kind of thing. And so it's really different than the United States. Imagine if you went into a rural area of Maryland and you found people speaking some weird European dialect that came from their ancestors. That's what Kenya's like. And it's really, really amazing and rich because of this tapestry of cultures and beliefs and things like that. So continuing on, so a lot of my focus here is going to be on the rural areas. What I'd like to do is play a video for you. Alex, I believe there's a setting I need to set here to be able to allow people to hear my video. Is that right? Bad time to lose Alex.
Say that again, Lou.
I believe there's a setting when you play a video so that the audio goes across the internet as well.
Try playing it now and let me see if I can hear it.
Okay.
No, we don't hear anything. Yeah, you have to go into Zoom. Can you pause the video?
Yes. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, stop. We'll go back to Zoom and stop sharing your screen.
Okay, just a moment.
Yeah. And then hit share screen. And then do you see at the bottom left, it says share sound?
Sounds, thank you.
Yes, tap on that and then go back to the video and then hit play and we'll see if we can hear it.
And should I put optimize for video clip as well?
No, it's not required.
Okay.
Now we can hear it.
Will it be possible for one to construct or to make?
Let me stop for a second. This is a trip that I led in 2014. It included the staff of Tesla and Solar City. They were all technology specialists who knew about solar. And we went into the southwestern portion of Kenya, into a very rural area where poverty was very high. So here we go.
A necklace without the thread to hold the beads?
Yep, make sure you move your mouse so the bar goes away.
How can a man operate without the fundamental necessity of water? Will it be possible for one to make or construct a basket without the straws? Now I ask you, how can one build an advanced society without education? It is not possible.
It took about 30 hours to get into Nairobi, and it was definitely a journey.
We passed through amazing scenery, met some incredible people in the marketplaces who gave us an amazingly warm welcome.
It's not every day that you're surrounded by wildlife, everything from baboons to giraffe to zebra.
We all got to share in the Maasai culture, singing, dancing, playing instruments, and learning about their local rituals.
It was interesting to see how the kids interacted with us.
We were able to meet everyone that was going to be involved in the project, all the World Vision leaders, and it was just smiles all around.
Hard-pressed areas of Kenya or other countries in Africa, there's no such thing as power.
Power is unreliable. The grid doesn't reach these areas, and when it does, the power goes out unexpectedly for periods of times that are unpredictable.
It's really heartbreaking seeing the impact of the absence of power on the lifestyles of the people here.
Solar City has been really wonderful in sharing its knowledge. They are not only giving us power, giving us electricity, but also training us so that at least we can also impact our own communities.
I think one thing the entire development industry is learning is that you don't want to create dependence by a community. So there's been a paradigm change in the development industry to build the capacity of communities.
We're here to help, through the Give Power Foundation, the people of Western Kenya create a more sustainable model.
We partnered with Solar City, who came to give us training on solar.
We were able to teach the representatives from 25 different nations and surrounding countries, the steps involved in a solar process.
Then they'll be able to take it back to their home countries and use it in projects that they think will be beneficial to their communities, their students, their children.
I've been able to learn how to do a proper site survey, how to position my panels, how to position my batteries.
They know now what to request up front from their vendors so that they know how to properly negotiate what they need for each solar project they want to execute.
I have learned about how to size systems and how to be able to calculate my load if it is a school or if it is a health center or whatever it is.
We've learned also that it's not only about doing the work, but again being safe with doing what you do, to give more respect to human life when you are working on solar panels.
We're really confident that they are going to continue using the practices that we showed them and hopefully, you know, deliver a better product.
In this very project, on this very day with solar, a big part of it is the training that we're providing to the center operators here, so that those center operators know how to properly operate the system, manage the batteries, look at the inverter, know when to replace things, and also build sustainability systems in the schools.
They can take that knowledge and create a whole sustainable model. If something goes wrong in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and they need to replace a part of the system, they will have the knowledge and the foresight to be able to do that.
Because of this training, I'm going to be able to extend this very knowledge back to my country in Uganda and elsewhere I would be able to implement it.
So we're providing solar, the world's most abundant natural resource, to power these schools and these classrooms with laptops and lights.
And when you put a child in front of a computer, the world is at the fingertips. And that's an empowering piece that solar is going to help.
Children are the future leaders of our country and in any society, so educating them, we are creating new leaders, or rather we are creating future leaders who are ready to be able to go out in the world and be able to transform the world.
Solar is innovative.
Solar is natural.
Solar is future.
Solar is life-changing.
Solar is uplifting.
Solar is opportunity.
Solar is empowering.
Solar is brotherhood.
Solar is sustainability.
Solar is education.
Solar is powerful.
Solar is life.
Great. I like that video because it because it shows all the aspects of a service project. When you go into a country and you try to implement new changes, new ideas, you also don't want to overrun somebody's culture. So you have to be very careful when working with communities to make it culturally appropriate for them. It's really quite an interesting process. Does anybody have any questions about that video?
I don't have a question, but I found it very interesting and innovative that you guys are going out doing that portion of development. I think it's really outstanding.
Well, thank you, Janelle. It's kind of you to say that.
That's
Oh,
what
Bridget, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Bridget.
Bridget, I'm sorry.
Donnell's
Sorry.
downstairs working on his music.
Oh, boy, is he talented. Whoa.
Yeah, he's
Oh my
down there
gosh.
doing it. He got a gig tonight, so
Yeah,
that's what he does.
And I don't have a question about it, but I love that video. Was that you in there in the blue t-shirt?
Yeah, that was me.
I like that video. I love that.
Oh, thanks for saying that. It was a lot of work went into that.
Yeah.
So Lou, do you guys go to the Appalachians too? Because they're in need of things up there too. I'm just wondering whether or not you guys have put forth effort to go to some of the rural parts of the U.S., like the Delta Belt of the Mississippi and the Appalachians.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So WildTech has been doing these programs since 1995, and you all know us because of our senior iPad program, but we didn't get that program until early 2021. The reason we're called WildTech is our programs were in USA schools mainly, actually exclusively in USA schools. And we did go to the Appalachian Mountains in 2018 with a group of incarcerated youth from one of the incarceration areas. That was a powerful program. We also did programs in Washington State for many, many years. So I appreciate you bringing that up, because we would like to get back into doing that more. It's always a challenge getting funding, though, when you do these service trips. It's hard to, government agencies like DACL, they don't fund something like that. They focus on their local population and their own mission. So our biggest constraint or limiting factor is raising the money to do these kinds of programs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what, though, we're targeting to go to Tanzania this December. So if everything goes smooth, I will maybe we can create a like a live stream or a blog post to keep everybody updated on the progress. Well, what do y'all think?
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That would be nice.
Yes. Because can I say something, Lou? This
Of course,
is Jared.
of course.
Yeah, well, in 2000, I did get the opportunity to go to Ghana, but I went there for an educational program to come back and teach the real Black history to the children. But our church have adopted Kenya because they have a little, Matthew Church over there, a little hut named after our church. But they went there to dig a well for water. And
Oh my
so,
gosh.
so every year we still send them money. Well, it's their pastor of that church, of Matthews in Kenya. He comes to our church, because he come every May and pick up, he's what he's supposed, because there's 6 of us, the 6 churches that involved. Well, it took more about them that, like you said, to get the money, fund them, only to go to stay 4 days. So
4 days, that's all?
We said 6 members. We said 6 members, our pastors, some of the deacons, trustees, and all, to get the understanding how much, what they had to do. Can it just legal dig a well, where the water coming from, what they got to do with it, and all.
Yeah.
So, but the next time they went, we had to go on our own. We had to help our church again, raise the money to send them, on our own. But like you say, it's hard to get funding for programs like that. And all. That's why, I give to Kenya, I give to Africa. You know, and even under United Givers Fund, I have to not give out, but I make sure I use that number that they have just for Africa, or so the money can go to them people in Kenya and in Ghana and all. But they need a lot of programs there, including education and everything, you know.
Well, Thelma,
Okay.
thank you for sharing that story. That's wonderful. By the way, when you went to Ghana, what places did you visit?
I went to the capital of Ghana, and but the main thing I went to was the Kenya, the factory, the material of Kenya, the Kenta. I went to that factory. Then we went to the gold mine. That just got me to go in there. You know, where it was a whole mountain. It was more, but it was just one Pacific mountain that was just full, you know, all gold. And they took us around that mountain. And at the end of our program, almost the last day, we had to go through a tunnel. And that's where they took the slaves at, to the tunnel where they end up at the door of no return. And when the door opened, it was looking at the land and ocean, and they had to walk up on the Pyramid Rock and get on the boat, and that was the end of their last they seen of their country. I didn't go through all that because I passed out walking through the tunnel. I couldn't walk through the tunnel. So they had to take me around the tunnel, and you know, and I stood on the rock. And I didn't get on the rock because I'm scared of water, but I stood on the side and watched everybody else demonstrate, you know. Some of our members actually got up on the rock, got in the ship, you know, like they was going back to the United States like that, you know. I didn't go. I seen too much water. We was by the Atlantic Ocean. I seen too much water. I can't dread all that water.
Well,
But
Thelma, thank you for sharing that. I wanted to mention that one of our programs in this Africa series in October will be on Ghana. So make sure to attend that. And we have pictures and videos from the castle at Cape Coast, where all that terrible tragedies took place. And it's a very sensitive topic. And so I need to be careful about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
All right, well, I'm going to continue on. So now you have an idea of an overall program, what it's like, but let me drill down in another video to show you what an individual household looks like. This is a typical traditional household in Kenya, Western Kenya. Can you hear it?
No, but I see it.
Here we are.
Yeah, the boats.
Masai Manyata. Here's the woman who manages the Manyata. Found out her husband recently died, so she's managing the entire Manyata complex here. She does not speak English. Hello.
No.
Let's look on the side, please.
And make sure it's a red line.
She's going to show us inside a typical Manyata complex.
Yeah.
And these are the households here. Usually a woman will build the house in the complex, and the number of houses indicates the number of women in the complex. And now we can look at the next house, and this would be owned by another woman who's part of the family. So in the Maasai culture, it's generally polygamous, where the woman will build the homes, and then the husband, the man, would spend nights in different homes. Sometimes you get more than one family living in a single Manyata complex. In this case, we have just one family, and again, the husband has passed away. So she is the senior woman in charge. This is probably the kitchen. Let's see if we can look down and see the fire pit. Oh yes, there's a fire pit.
Yep, there go one. That's it.
And
So
let's
she
see if
cooked
we
that.
can go into an actual home here. So let's navigate back to toward the entrance. You'll see a pen usually in the middle of the Manyatta complex, surrounded by thorny bushes. That keeps the animals inside the pen, and the animals are brought in the Manyattas at night so that they're not attacked by lions and other wild animals. Usually you have different pens inside the Manyatta complex for each different kind of animal. So this, as you can see, is the pen for the cows, and it's daytime here, so most of her cows are out grazing. But if we look off to our right, we'll find the pen for the goats. And let's see if we can identify the pen for the goats. Yes. So goats and cows are the primary form of sustenance for this pastoralist Maasai community, really for all Maasai. All right, let's see if we can have a look inside of one of the houses. Okay, I believe this is the matriarch's household. It's the largest house in the complex. It's going to be quite difficult to film inside because of the darkness. Manyattas will typically have a small entry door that has a sharp hairpin turn inside because of the prevention of animals, lions especially, from getting inside of the home. So let's see if we can go inside. Let's see if it's possible. Okay. And this is going to be very difficult. Yes, and it's actually complete darkness inside. So we will have to get some lighting to come inside. But this is it. And you can see there's a very tight entryway, which is designed to prevent predators from entering into the home. All right, well, thank you very much. And let me get a...
Great. Well, any thoughts or feedback on that one?
Oh, I've been in one something like that.
Yeah. So I've got my first quiz question. You ready for this? The winner, and there may not be a winner because this is a hard question. I will mail them this Maasai bracelet. This bracelet was actually made by the women in this community. It's actually made by them. So here's my question. You ready for this? You saw how dark the Manyattas are. So we provided solar to some of the Manyattas, those houses, so that they can see, not just in the daytime when the sun is out, but it has a battery, so it lit up the house at night. However, after about a week, they stopped using it. Why?
It was against it probably was against their belief. They didn't put the light at night because it would attract animals.
Oh, that's a good answer, but it's not the right one.
I tried.
Oh, wait a minute. You're actually right. You're right. But you got to tell me, what kind of animals does it attract?
Predators.
Lions.
No, good guess. Keep going.
Cougars.
No, keep going.
What's this? Panthers.
Baboons.
Panthers.
No, not baboons.
Snakes.
Smaller than baboons.
Snakes.
Insects.
Monkeys.
Who said that?
Monkeys.
Who said that?
Melanie.
Two or three of us at the same time.
Somebody said insects. Who said insects?
I did.
No,
Catalina.
Oh,
you did say that.
So Alex, if you're on this line, could you?
Yes, I'm here, Lou. I just got off a call. Yes, I'm here.
Can you capture the winner's name? I didn't hear it totally clearly. as a-
Catalina.
I have it. I got it. I got it.
in her mailing address, and I'll mail this
yes.
out over the weekend.
I'll
Just give
take
it a
care of
couple
that.
days.
Did you? Was that the first one that she did, Lou?
Yes, yes. the first
Okay,
one.
I'm here. So I'm glad I got off that call. So I have that down, Miss Catalina. I'll call and confirm your address. Okay.
Okay.
But Miss Catalina, you got the answer right, but not
right.
but not for the reason that you're thinking you got it right. You thought that the light attracted the insects, right?
Yes.
It's actually, that's true, but here's what happens. You see that roof? That's not a shingle roof. That's not a metal roof. That is a full of sticks, got dirt in it. You name it, it's in there in that roof. It's got
And it's the
plastic
heat.
on top. So when you have a roof made out of all that stuff, what do you think gets inside the roof?
The insects.
Like
Insects,
crazy, like
bugs.
crazy. We lifted sections of the roof up, and it was unbelievable. It was just swarming with insects. So when you put a solar in a house, they no longer light the house with kerosene. The
Yeah.
kerosene smoke drives the
smoke,
insects
the
away
insects.
from the inside of the house.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
why the house becomes almost unlivable, because there's no kerosene smoke
Wow.
to drive. But guess what? Guess how unhealthy breathing kerosene smoke is.
Very.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
These poor women and their children just breathing in kerosene smoke 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So, all right. And any more questions? I'm going to continue on.
Lou, I had one question.
Yes.
The Maasai tribe, is that the jumping tribe of Kenya?
The which tribe?
Jumping, you know, the
Yes, yes, it is.
Maasai,
I have pictures of them jumping. Yes. I'll show it to you if we get far enough. I'll show it to you.
sound like a winner.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. Okay, I'm going to jump on to the next one. So now you've seen what a home looks like. How about a school? Because we worked in the schools. Let's see what a school looks like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. School look a little better. Better roof. That's a modern school.
Jumbo.
Jumbo. Jumbo means high.
They love school. Jumbo. Well,
Over 100 kids in that class.
Wow.
Yeah.
They so
They love to go to school. Jumbo.
So that's a typical school. Any questions about that one?
No, but I would love to be in there with them.
The jumbo mean hello?
Yes.
Yeah,
nice
well,
hello. What's so amazing is that these children most of them have never seen someone from outside their village. So when you go there, they touch you like you're.
Yep.
It's so magical, so magical.
Let's see if you real.
Wow.
You real.
What's the age group, Lou?
This is elementary school, so this is kindergarten. These are like 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So
It's interesting.
yeah, isn't it amazing?
What does jumbo mean?
That means hello.
Hello. I was thinking that's what it
Jumbo.
was. I just was
Now
asking.
let's see. Wow. So now
Lou,
you've
I have
seen,
to ask you one question.
now you've seen the households. Now you've seen the schools. How about the men? How do the men live? Yes. What's the question?
Did they touch your hair? Did they ask to touch your hair?
No, they didn't.
I'm just curious, Lou. Okay.
I only got like 4 hairs, so they probably didn't want to do it.
There's a reason I'm asking that, Lou, but I just want to make sure.
Shut up, Lou.
he said he only have 4 hairs.
So 4 hairs. Oh, Lordy, that's too funny.
Now let's look and see how the men live.
Okay.
And the goats and the parrots.
The women pretty much stay home. They tend the children. They work with the children. They'll do some gathering of berries and things like that. But here's the men. Here's how the men became so famous. The Maasai men are legendary across the world.
When it was dry, now they have some rain. They are now going back to their village.
So because it just rained,
Yeah.
people can go back.
Yeah, people are now going back. Actually, now.
That was up the sheep.
I'll end it early. Yeah, so this is the Maasai will leave for days on end with their animals. It's a very strenuous life, living on mountaintops and all kinds of different places, wherever they find grass for their animals. And one thing about the Maasai men is their reputation worldwide as fierce warriors. They're really strong. And they, in fact, when Britain was in a war, I think they called it the Boer War or something, Britain got the Maasai to fight on their side because they were so fierce.
Right.
It's called the Masai Maran. Masai Maran. They're also very tall. You'll see that in a second.
Yes, very.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop this, and then, oops, I'm gonna go to the next one. So this woman is a friend of mine. She's a wonderful woman.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Naomi. I live at Kisapu, and I am 68 years old. And by the time I was a small child, I start to my school. I go to school, and by the time I go to school, my parents cry very much because it was not good for a child to go to school. But the government was wanted us to go to school. So that is the reason why I go to school. And because our Maasai culture for a long time is not good for the child to go to school. We just give a girl to go to a husband to be married. And when she's about 14 years, a boy can be circumcised when he is 18 years old. So he will be Amran. You know, Amran was be the Jeshi, the army of Maasai. The army of Maasai is Mran. So by that time, it is a must for a boy to be Amran, and it was a must for a girl to be married by force. So you know the Maasai are people who pray God very much. They just go to the hills and pray God and and slaughter the goat and burn the meat for the Kejalasa. Yeah. Altar can go to heaven, and if they want God to give us rain, they go to the hills and slaughter the goat, and by that time they pray God and they get rain. And even at the time that if a woman did not get a child for a long time, they just go and pray God at the hills. All the women go to the hills and pray God, and they get children, those who don't have children.
So I'll stop right there. The life of the men and the women is very challenging, as you can hear. And a lot of it is because of forced marriage. Women often marry very young. Yes. Oh, did somebody have a question? No? Okay. All right, well, I'm going to skip forward. Let's see if we can talk to an actual Masai Maran. He's Masai Maran.
Okay, Noah, you're on. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Noah.
Don't forget to move the mouse over so we can see the whole screen.
Yeah.
So about 36 years old. I'm a man, married. I have one wife. I have two children. One is a boy. He's about 12 years old. He's called Enoch. And another one is a girl. She's 5 years old. She's Lorna.
Can't see the whole picture.
I just come from the community around. I'm also the CKC manager at Kisapuk Community Learning Center. So here is a Maasai village. We have a Manyata there where people live, and here around we have now a homestead for the animals that are kept in a Manyata. Here we have a small homestead for the calf, the young one of a cow. They live here. They live separately from their mothers, so that is when they get milked by the owners of the family. And then there we have a homestead for the goats and the sheep. They sleep together. And then again behind there we have the big homestead for the cows, the big cows. So all of them don't sleep at the same place. All they are in separate calves.
Okay, great. Any questions about that? That's a man's perspective. Okay.
A different perspective. I know that the guy that I went to Howard with, who is now a doctor in Washington State, is they're very unique people. You have to really get to understand because of the language barrier and different things, but they have a very unique perspective on life, and they think the Americans live like kings and queens.
Well, Anne, can you tell us more about that? Because that's very interesting. Like, what do they think of us?
Well, they think that we're spoiled. And I gotta agree with them compared to what they live with. Like I said, we are spoiled.
Yeah.
But they're very, and they're very knowledgeable. Once they get a way to learn, they grasp things very easily. And the ones that I've met, I'm pretty sure that there are others that come here that are not, but they're very, but I did notice that they think that people who are crippled and mentally ill and stuff, they don't quite understand why they don't put them in a place. They don't understand why we keep them at home. Was his,
thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, but they're very knowledgeable. They're very, and they're once you get to know them, they're very kind people.
Oh yeah,
very kind people.
I do have a question. Hey, Lou, I have a question.
Oh yes, go ahead. Yes.
Has anywhere that you went and did the solar homes do have a war going on?
No. So we have World Vision has a risk management department. I was actually trained by the U.S. Special Forces and also the Australian Special Forces to deal with kidnappings and gunfire, because occasionally you get like flare-ups where a tribe will become at war locally, a small war, and you can't predict it. All of a sudden it spins up.
Right.
And you could be in a car and you can be open fired. You could be open fired on, or now this is very rare. It never happened to me, but one of my team members was kidnapped, and he had to, while his kidnapper wasn't looking, he pulled the gun out of his holster and killed him and ran off. So, I mean, that's the kind of training we get to, what to do in these crazy situations.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's very rare. It's very, very rare.
Okay.
I mean, I would say overall, if you add, took the crime rate here in the United States and you compare it to Kenya overall, we probably have more crime here overall.
Probably.
Yes, indeed.
But the thing, but you know what's strange about it? We don't recognize it. So imagine this for a second. This is really interesting. imagine, you all, in some ways might be able to spot a dangerous situation, right? Maybe it's a certain kind of person on the corner, or someone with a bulge in their pocket, or tattoos or something, who knows? You can spot that because you grew up in this area and, you've learned about it. But if you have somebody from Africa or a different culture, they can't spot it. And it becomes very dangerous for them. Similarly, when I go to Africa, when I've been to Africa, there's been many times where the people from Kenya and other countries who I'm with suddenly get spooked. I didn't pick up on it. I had no clue it was dangerous. All of a sudden, things were going to collapse, and we had to race off. So it's a lot of it's like culturally based. You got to have a sensitivity about what's going on to be able to stay safe.
Yeah.
And that's not hard to believe, right?
No, it's not.
No.
Because my aide showed me she showed me a video yesterday of a friend of hers, and they had him and this other man sitting on the ground, and they're in Cameroon. They had them sitting on the ground, and next thing I know, they was blown away.
Oh my gosh.
And those people that she knows, she grew up around. She said, I had to come here because it's not safe there. But that was too much. It really was too much.
Yeah,
the training that you get is generally to cooperate with your captor. They call it gray man training. It's the person that stands out, that makes a fuss, that is annoying, that gets killed more often. You can still get killed if you're totally cooperative, like these guys. All right, well, let me keep going. Great questions, group. I'm so excited about doing this with you all.
Okay, now in Manyata we have some challenges.
I'm gonna skip that. This is another community. So yeah, this is the Luo tribe.
The sugarcane.
This is not Maasai anymore, and their culture is based on growing sugarcane. As you can imagine, growing sugarcane like this is not a traditional way of life. So they've adopted more of a commercial style of life, although it's still very tough. So these are all sugarcane growth.
Maybe that looks like.
Yeah. So this is in Webuye in Western Kenya. And I'll keep going, showing you more videos. Okay, I want to show you the jumping Maasai. Here we go. This is a program. This is a very traditional form of dance. So we built this technology center for this Maasai village. And this is the first time they ever had electricity and the first time they ever saw computers. And it took us about a year for them to even go into the center because they thought that electric light was witchcraft.
Yeah, taboo.
And they absolutely thought the computers were witchcraft. So it took us about a year, to get them going. But I wanted to end with this because I got something I want to share with you all, and as a potential opportunity for all of us. So I'm gonna skip to the end of this video. I want to show you. So this guy is the teacher. Watch this right here.
In this community, the higher population constitutes women. Most of them are the breadwinners of the community, of their families. Their main activity is beadwork, whereby they make beads as they show them making now.
The main problem with us, we don't have market to sell our beads. So we just make them. Sometimes we get people from outside, they just buy. We use others for decoration or just our smartness. So if we get the market, we could be very happy. So please try to help us. That's the only problem we have.
So when I heard this is back about almost 10 years ago. I set up a mission for myself. I said, how can we create a jewelry sales enterprise in the United States to sell their jewelry and give them a market? And so what I started to do to help them is I started buying their jewelry. And so I'm going to show you, let's see if I can, I got to learn the pinning skills here. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I could do it. I was trained in this. Oh, spotlight. Here we go. See if I can do it. Okay, that's my video. Oh shoot. All right. Well, I got to work on my skills here. But anyway, so I'm trying to spotlight myself, not the video. And what I want, maybe I'm a small picture. You see in that case, there's lots and lots and lots of Maasai jewelry. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So if you all want to start up an enterprise selling Maasai jewelry, it can't be a big burden on me because I got the rest of the company to manage. But if you can figure out a way for it not to be a big burden on me, you can keep all of the profits, My goal is just to be able to, actually, let me back up. I take that back. What I would ask you to do is split the profits with the Maasai women. I'm still in touch with this community, and we could find a way to wire half of the proceeds or something like that back to this village. So I wanted to put this challenge out there to see if anybody's interested in exploring something like this. And is that Ed?
I'm Sandra.
Well,
I'm interested.
Put your name in the chat if you would, okay?
Okay.
To you, Lou, or just overall?
What's that?
You wanted to come straight to you? In the chat?
How about to Alex Bell? Alex, are you there?
Okay.
Uh-oh, maybe he left.
We could still send it.
Hey, Lou, I have a question. What are the beads made of?
They're made out of glass. Some are made out of animal bone. All kinds of different things.
Yes, Lou, did you say my name?
Oh, yes, Alex. I'm trying to get a list of volunteers who might want to do the Maasai jewelry sales.
We had a list prior that had some people interested in it. So we have a tab in our logs. So yeah.
Well, if any new people want to join, can they send a list?
Yeah, I see already we have 2 folks that sent me a message. So if you want to send me a direct message, please.
And keep in mind that doing something like this takes a while to set up. So, it's not going to start overnight. But I have the jewelry. It's right here. And speaking of that, we got 3 minutes left to do our final, we're going to do our final, hold on. We're going to do our final. Give me a second. Oh, where did it go? I might have closed it. Oh,
You stop sharing your screen, Lou.
Oh, am I sharing?
No, you're not.
No.
You need to share your screen again.
Oh yeah, no, I got to find the application first.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Find it first, and then you can share your screen.
Yeah. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, let me set this up. Okay. Got to set it up so you can't see the answers. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I'm just about ready. Give me a sec. Thanks for your help, Alex. I could not have done this without you. Okay, here we go. First one to chat the answer gets a necklace or
Maasai.
In the chat.
Oh,
You gotta do it in the chat.
Not
you
holler
gotta
it up.
chat to me because I know the answer to this. Chat to me.
Come on.
I can't even get to the first.
Whoa, Melanie, you got it.
Okay.
Okay, so we got one winner. It's Melanie. Is it?
Yeah.
And Alex, do you know Melanie? Could you have her address?
You know me.
What's that?
I don't know if I'm spelling it right. But
No, that's close enough.
And I mean, Lou, I'm here. I'm here. I got Melanie's name down. Okay.
All right.
What's the answer though, Lou? What's the answer?
Let's do the next one.
I thought as much
The
as want to make
Messiah.
sure.
Let's do the next one. Look at that. She even spelled it right. Okay, next one. Here we go. Okay, come on. You can do it. You can do it.
Who's the first president?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that one either.
I'll count backward from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Kenty. No. Close. 5, 4. Oh, yay! Harold, yes, congratulations. Jomo Kenyatta, the father of Kenya. Congratulations.
The fingers don't work so well, Lou. That's why I like Kenta.
All right.
I have to spell it again.
All right. So, Alex, you got that name there? So we've now given away
Kenyatta.
3 prizes. I got 2 more
Kenyatta.
prizes to give out.
Kenyatta.
Here's the next one. You ready? 2 more. What are the 2 official languages of Kenya?
And what else? I had no idea.
I forgot what he said.
2 languages of Kenya. 2 official. The 2 official.
Can I just say it, Lou?
English and
You gotta put it in the chat.
Yep, here we go.
I think it don't work that good.
Okay. So who wrote English in Swahili? Who was that? Catalina.
Is Swahili over there too?
Catalina, you got it, Catalina. Nice job. All right. And now the final question. So now you're at 4 prizes. Final question is
Who was before? Because Catalina won twice.
okay, thanks, Alex. That's a good point.
Who did Mr. Harold win before? Sorry, I was on a call.
Yeah, Harold.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so we don't want people winning twice, right, Alex?
I mean, it's up to you, Lou.
No, I think it's a good idea. Do you mind, Catalina? Is that all right with you? We want to share
Miss
the
Catalina, who would you like to receive a prize in your place?
Who was the next one in line with the answer?
Oh, that's not Catalina talking.
Yeah, Miss Catalina, who would you like to receive something in the call? You see the participants list, Miss Catalina? Can you unmute yourself, Miss Catalina? Who would you like to give a prize?
Whoever is the next person.
We don't know a next person. Can you look at the participant list and pick somebody, please?
Somebody.
Yes, anybody. Who would you like to win that prize?
What about Ann Dennis?
Okay.
Hey, congratulations, Anne.
All right.
All right, last question. What year did Kenya become independent from Great Britain?
You can make sure you put your answers in the chat as well.
Kenya become independent.
And I don't know.
Keep going. It's not 1962. Keep going.
More, and then you hit chat. Are they sending answers to you directly, Lou? Because I don't see.
We have a winner. Yes. It's Sandra Edwards. 1963 is correct. Sandra Edwards.
Oh, congratulations, Sandra.
All right, Sandra.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was
All right.
so close, Sandra.
I beat you to the punch.
Hey, Sandra.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you all for joining. We'll keep the program going. I'll talk to you all next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And congratulations to our winners. We have Miss Catalina, Mr. Harold, Miss Ann, and Miss Sandra winning the jewelry, right?
Yes.
Miss Melanie.
Oh, yes, Miss Melanie, thank you so much. I've been juggling quite a bit, so thank you.
It's okay.
I remember
That's
you
the
as
first
well,
time
so-
I won anything.
Me
So I'll give you guys a
So
call.
thank you, Catalina.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
I'll give you guys
Alex,
a
you and my
call to
leader,
confirm.
Alex.
Okay.
Alex.
Thank you, Lou. I enjoyed that
Alex.
trip.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
everybody.
Thank
You
you.
don't
Thanks,
have my
everybody.
number.
We
I'm
enjoyed
gonna
it
give it to you in
also.
the chat.
Thank you. That was so interesting. with
I
you.
couldn't hear you, Sandra. Lou, Lou, really quick. I'm not sure if you have to go, but when do you plan on sending them out?
So if you can send me the names and addresses, I will mail them out this weekend.
Okay, I'll do that today, Lou.
All right, just send me an email with the names and addresses. I'll
Yes.
put them in an envelope. Oh, hey, quick disclaimer, folks. Here's a disclaimer. If your prize gets lost in the mail or you don't receive it for any reason, we're not responsible. I want to make sure you guys are okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, who knows what could cause the thing to be missing. I guarantee you, though, I will ship it this weekend based on the addresses that Alexander gives me. Today. Yeah.
All right.
Alex, did you get my phone number?
Yes, I got your number, Sandra. Thanks
Thank you.
for sharing that. I know it's probably different than the one I have for you already. So
Oh,
I got
yeah.
it, okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Everybody
thanks, everybody. Have a
Let's
good
all thank
weekend.
Lou for hosting.
Thank you, Mr.
Thanks, Lou.
Bye, everybody. You see my goat up there? How many of you
Yeah.
got a goat on your wall?
Oh.
That's a Maasai goat. All right. See you later.
Thank you, Lou.
Bye.
Thank you, Lou.
That was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Oh, it sure was. Again,
Enjoy-
congratulations to the winners.